Hello everyone, welcome back to the Drivers Room. We're in the Endurance Championship today. This is season 6, round 7. We're at Willow Springs International Raceway, Big Willow, and we're in the Group 1s today. I'll bring a quick graphic up of the league table as it stands at the moment. So this being round 7, we're going to start dropping the worst 2 results of the season, get dropped over the course of 8 rounds, so we'll see this championship table change shape a little bit. Grid walk today, on pole we have Smith. Starting on the Super Softs, he's our championship leader at the moment, 139 points. He's won the last 4 rounds and shown no signs of slowing down whatsoever. So definitely the man to catch today. In second place we have Senna, starting on the softs. Joined 4th place in the championship, 62 points. 6th place last round, 3rd place is still his best result of the season so far in round 4. But starting in second, he's in a good position to cement his 4th place over knee jogger in the championship table. In 3rd place we have Muller, starting on the softs. 7th place in the championship, 49 points. Strong 4th place finish last time round, but I think his DC in round 4, while he was running well, it's cost him a little bit, so he's obviously going to drop that result. But a good result today, starting from 3rd, should see him move up the table a little bit. In 4th place we have myself, DJ Rice, starting on the Super Softs. 8th place in the championship at the moment, 38 points. Slightly inconsistent season so far. Picked up a 7th place last time round. Also missed round 3, so we'll be putting some more points on the table today. In 5th place we have Gadget, starting on Super Softs. He's 3rd in the championship at the moment on 105 points. 2 second place finishes in the last 2 rounds has cemented his 3rd place in the championship. 2nd place is up for grabs. Obviously needs results to go his way. In 6th place we have Lorcas, starting on the softs. He's 12th in the championship at the moment at 23 points. Only managed 12th last round, but he's missed 2 rounds already. Definitely be looking for a good result today to put some good points on the table. In 7th place we have Plux the Duck. 2nd in the championship at the moment, 119 points. 3rd place last round. Has been on the podium every round this season, but has a lot to do from 7th place today, so we'll see how he gets on. In 8th place we have V8 Vendetta, 14th starting on the softs, 14th in the championship at the moment on 19 points. He's missed 2 rounds already, as you can see, just outside the top 10 last round. Needs a good result today, as he's only 3 points off the relegation zone at the moment. In 9th place we have Kamaru, starting on the softs. He's 6th in the championship at the moment on 59 points. Solid 5th place finish last round. He's had a pretty good season so far. Only 3 points off the guys in 4th place. In 10th place we have Knee Jogger, starting on the Super Softs. 4th in the championship on 62 points. 10th place last time round. his lowest score of the season so far, so we'll probably be looking to drop that result. But yeah, starting from 10th today also, guys, got a lot to do from the back. In the 11th place we have Daz, starting on the softs, 15th in the championship, 16 points, 13th last time around, did struggle a bit. He's already missed 2 rounds though, so obviously big points on the board today. And in 12th place we have Ben, starting on the softs, 11th in the championship at the moment on 23 points. 3 8th place finishes in a row for Ben in the last 3 rounds. Starting from 12th today. Again, he's got a lot to do. But yeah, that's our grid walk today. Let's get underway. Yeah, so here we are then, round 7 at Big Willow, Group 1s. Very difficult track and very fast cars. Obviously, as we get away, it's pretty clean. Don't think there's any false starts. Looks like I've had a pretty good getaway from 4th. So I've got the inside of the first corner coming up. Looks like Senna's moved himself up in the first place. Got myself up in the 2nd, Swift out the 3rd now. So Muller in 4th, Gadget in 5th. It's just coming around turn 2. So it looks like Smith moved himself up into 2nd already. So reasonably poor start from Smith, but he's got himself straight back up into 2nd place, and there's people going off in the background. There's a big bunch of guys there. That's Muller's in no man's land. We've got Gadget off the track. Muller's reset. So just keep an eye on the front. We'll come back to that in a minute. You've got Smith all over the back of Senna at the moment, trying to get his first place back. So he's set an incredible qualifying lap in the Audi. So he's going to get a job done around the outside of the last corner. He's very brave, but yeah, gets the job done. He's on the he's on the super softs. So Smith back up into 1st, we've got Senna in 2nd, myself in 3rd, Knee-Jogger in 4th, we've got Daz up into 5th and Ben up into 6th. After that coming together, let's take a look back and see what happened. So we're just rejoining the action on board with Plux the Duck coming through turn 2. So things are getting a little bit bunched up coming up towards turn 3 anyways. Plux has lost a place to V8 up ahead. I think V8 just outbrakes himself a little bit here. Sends Lucas into Gadget, goes into Muller. Everyone bunches together, and then Kamaru and Plux also get caught up. Just coming around the top of the hill with that corner. So absolute carnage at the start there. About 5 or 6 cars caught up. A bit of damage all round. But the winners from all that is Knee-Jogger in 4th, Daz in 5th, and Ben in 6th, who started 10th, 11th and 12th respectively. So these guys yeah, making up a lot of places on lap 1. But anyway, rejoining the action at the front, we've got Smith in the lead now, as you see, just coming around the outside of the sweeper and getting the job done on Senna. So them super softs just giving him that little bit of extra grip to get that move done. Yeah, incredible pace from Smith today. A very difficult guy to catch. Myself in 3rd, so the top 3 guys just missing out. Just missing getting caught out and all that action behind. Knee-Jogger in a steady 4th, a little bit of a gap to Daz now. He's just trying to get back on top of things, and Ben in 6th, and Muller, he's recovered reasonably well. No damage from Muller, surprisingly, so back up to 7th. Obviously, not the greatest of starts, but he's got himself back up and running. There's Kamaru. No damage, people pitted yet. V8 front and back damage. Plux, Gadget and Lucas all pitting to get their damage repaired. So quick run through the grid. Smith in 1st place after 2 laps. Senna in 2nd, myself in 3rd. A little bit of a gap back to Knee-Jogger in 4th. 1 minute 2 from Knee-Jogger there. Ben in 5th, so Ben's got ahead of Daz somewhere on track. Daz down to 6 now. It looks like Muller's really caught up with the back of Daz already. Muller, another quick guy around this track today. Muller in 7th, recovering well. Kamaru in 8th. Big gap between Muller and Kamaru at the moment. It's about the same gap back to V8. Still going to carry on with that front and back damage. He's going to have Plux closing in anytime soon. keep an eye on Muller now as he goes a little bit wide there. He's just coming up to the back of Daz now. It's very, very fast corner, turns 8 and 9 of Willow. Don't really want to be catching the dirty area of the car in front coming through there, but it looks like Muller's a clean exit. Just moves himself ahead down the home straight, so Muller back up to 6th now. Daz down to 7th, Kamara in 8th. Gadget, Plux and Lucas recovering in 10th, 11th and 12th now. Smith still in the lead, going purple, 1 minute flat last time around. 102 from Senna, 102 from myself in 3rd, Nijog in 4th, 102s as well. Daz off in the background, I think. So Daz has had a big incident there, so that's Kamara up into 7th place now. And I think Muller's right on the back of Ben coming onto the home straight, so there's going to be another place made up by Muller, I think. See if the hybrid system can hold out on that pulse. This is not good down the straights. He's just got himself ahead. Gets the overtake done around the outside of turn 1. So Muller up into 5th place now. Good recovery. Ben down to 6th. So I didn't notice Ben's got a bit of front damage there as well. So doing well to carry on with that. Kamara in 7th now. V8 up into 8th as it looks like Daz has dropped right down the grid. Daz down to 12th now. That's unfortunate after a good start. V8 in 8th, Gadget closing in 9th, Plux in 10th, Lucas in 11th, and Daz just getting back up to speed in 12th. Bit of rear damage there. And it looks like Ben dropped down to 7th. Let's take a little look back. Okay, yeah, so shortly after Muller got the overtake done, just coming up to the balcony. Front end damage might be affecting the aero a little bit, but it just runs a little bit wide. You just lose so much time going wide on these tracks. Kamaru's that was really, really close to contact there. And Kamaru just slips by, gets himself up in the 6th, and Ben recovering in 7th now. V8 still in 8th, just doing enough to keep Gadget at bay at the moment. I think Gadget's closing the gap swiftly now. He's going to start picking up that slipstream. Probably going to get the job done down the main straight. Just come through turns 8 and 9. Good exit. Jump on board. Just not close enough. As V8 runs a little bit wide there out of turn 1, but just keeps the momentum up. So we've got Daz pitting from Daz and Lucas pitting at the back there. And 11th and 12th, so it picked up some damage somewhere. Anyway, back with our leader Smith. Quick run through the grid again, so Smith in 1st place. 102 last time around from Smith. 1 minute flattest other than that. Senna in a steady 2nd place, not that far behind, but Smith just increasing that gap lap by lap. Got myself in 3rd, just doing enough to hold on to 3rd. 102.6 last time around from me. 102.7 from Nijog, very similar times. Muller in 5th, 101.9 from Muller. Yeah, definitely a man on the move at the moment. Unfortunately, get caught up in the 1st lap incident. I think he was the guy right ahead of that chain reaction of collisions. Muller in 5th, Kamara in 6th, Ben in 7th, V8 in 8th, Plux in 9th, and Gadget in 10th. So I think Gadget has had an incident there somewhere. Dropped down to 10th. He was ahead of Plux a minute ago. Gadget in 10th, Lucas in 11th. Daz pitting again. Rear damage. Daz's race falling apart at the seams at the moment. A little bit of field spread at the moment. We're just coming up to the 8-minute mark. Is that V8 pitting? Oh, V8 pits from I think what was 8th place, so let's release Plux now. See what Plux can do in some clean air. Gadget's just going to try and sit in that slipstream for now. V8 rejoining the race in 10th. Lucas back in 11th, Daz in 12th. From Smith there, relentless pace. 102.5, half a second difference from the leader. 102.8 from myself, 102.8 from knee jogger behind. And Muller a little bit quicker than knee again. 102.1 from Muller. Kamaru just dipping into the 103s now. So 104 flat from Ben. See what Plux has done in clean air. 103.3 from Plux, 102.7 from Gadget. So V8 off again. Was that? No. Someone was off the track there. Camera mucking around a bit. Yeah, V8 in 10th anyway. Lucas in 11th. Daz in 12th. Just coming up to the 10-minute mark now. Finish lap 9. See Plux and Gadget diving into the pits. Lucas just getting out of the way of the front runners there. Smith in first place, still not pitting yet. So just coming around the last bends now. Quite a gap to Senna behind him. Goes round again, still 102.4 from Smith there. Senna runs a little bit wide, he's going to pit anyway, so Smith and Senna in the pits from second. And myself in third, carrying on for another lap, so let's see Senna just rejoining the racetrack ahead, so Senna comes in for his first pit of the race and rejoins the race in second place, having pitted from second place. Good job from Senna there. All enough of a gap from himself to earn himself a free pit stop basically. Myself in third, just maintaining that gap to knee jogger now. As you see, Muller's really closed that gap to knee. So relentless pace from knee jogger, relentless pace from Muller at the moment. Smith pitting from the lead. So because Senna just coming around turns 8 and 9 now, and Smith just leaving the pit, so he's got the length of the straight already. 10 minutes into this race, that is quite a lead. And then myself pitting from third there. Knee jogger pitting from fourth as well, so this is free Muller. He's got Daz in tow as well. Just about keeping third place ahead of Muller. Muller up into fourth, knee jogger down to fifth. Kamaru carrying on for another lap. As does Ben. He's got Plux just setting his personal best now. Just pitted a lap or two ago, coming out of fresh rubber. Gadget just about staying in touch with Plux at the moment. His V8 is really closed up to the back of Gadget now. Daz down in 11th. Looks like we've lost Lucas. And it's a rare mistake from Smith there, going off track a little bit. Dirty tyres coming up to the balcony, but yeah, keeps it on the grey stuff. Just comes round the top of the hill. very rare mistake from Smith there. It's yeah, quite a lead at the moment. He's got Senna in second. Senna by no means any slouch, but I think anyone can live with the pace Smith has brought today. So the only man running the Audi, that diesel power really making a difference today. Got myself in third there, Muller in fourth, now closing that gap. So Muller not pitted yet, so good pace on the worn softs. He's going through turns 8 and 9 in the lap 13, and Muller's not far from my slipstream at all. Yeah, definitely a man on the move, and very good recovery drive so far. And the jogger's still in fifth. Comfortable fifth place. It's got Kamaru behind. Kamaru in a bit of no man's land as well. Probably got cars about 3 or 4 seconds in front and behind. It's got Ben, Plux closing on Ben. So Plux and Gadget closing on Ben. Coming up to turn 3. Plux takes a little look on the inside, but nothing doing around there as Ben holds the inside line around this tight section. He's putting his car in all the right places at the moment. I think that was Muller pitting from 4th place, so Muller in 4th will flip to that in a minute. Muller pitting from 4th, so it looks like Nijogger's reclaimed 4th place. We'll just check on that. Yeah, Muller and Nijogger in 4th. Going into turn 2, Muller in 5th. Look, Kim in the pits from 6th. Just as I turn away, you got Plux getting the job done on Ben. It looks like Gadget's going to follow through as well. He's in the slipstream of Plux coming into turn 1. Yeah, comfortably in front by the time they turn in. So that's Plux up to 7th, Gadget up to 8th. Ben dropping 2 places down the main straight there. So tyre wear still pretty good at the moment for Plux. He's got Kamaru a few seconds up the road. We'll see what he can do. See Kamaru just coming out of the pits now with fresh rubber. Whip run through the grid again. There's Smith so close to breaking that 1 minute mark last time around. Absolutely nothing in it at all. See what time he does here. He's lost a little bit, but yeah, 1 minute .020. Very quick time. Senna behind back in the 1:01.4s now, so definitely increasing that gap to myself in 3rd place. Personal best of a low 1:02 for myself last time around. I find a little bit more pace now, 1:02.2. Find a little bit more pace as the fuel starts burning off. Nijogger in 4th, and Muller's really closed that gap already. And Muller on fresh rubber now, a really good first stint. Obviously minus the incident at the start of the race, but recovered well and good first stint to put him right on the back of 4th place. Kamaru 6th, Plux in 7th, Gadget in 8th, still close behind. Ben's dropped back a little bit off of those two now in 9th place. V8 a little bit further back in 10th, Days in 11th. Yes, incredible pace from Smith again. So we've already got a 20-point lead at the top of the table at the start of this race. He's clearly going to get the fastest lap ponies, to say the least, but be another dominant race win for Smith this weekend. Very, very quick driver. Senna in second. Time just tripping. Time just dropping off a little bit. So the tyre wear's kicking in a bit. Myself in third, still finding a bit of time, just breaking into the 101s myself now. So knee jogger behind, still under pressure from Muller. Yeah, knee jogger doing well to fend that off. Muller might just be fuel saving a little bit at this stage of the race. Kamaru in 6th place. Pluck 7th, Gadget 8th, Ben 9th, V8 and 10th, and Daz in 11th. I'm just coming up to the end of lap 20 now, so consistent pressure from Muller. Ride on board, he's a lot closer this time down the main straight. He has a little look, so he runs a little bit wide. Needs to get hold of that before he gets it back on track. But yeah, it's Muller up to 4th. That pressure just got to me a little bit there as he runs wide into turn 1. Drops down to 5th place. You got Gadget and Plux pitting from 7th and 8th. That moves Ben back up to 7th. No, it doesn't. Sorry, that's the graphics line to me. Moves him into 8th, so he gets right in between the. He's right on the sandwich at the moment because Plux and Gadget are both on a recovery drive as well. And they've been running together the first part of the race, and Ben slots himself right in between them as you got myself pitting from 3rd. Let's see where this puts me now as Muller coming down the main straight. Got myself just coming out of the pits. Just about staying ahead of Muller. I think Muller backed off there. Oh, sorry, dodgy camera work. But, yeah, just about keeping 3rd place, but Muller's right on right on my bumper now. Knee jogger not that far behind either, so myself and Muller start getting into a bit of a battle. It's only going to benefit knee jogger behind. Got someone else pitting at the back there as well. That's Daz in the pits just coming out now. Yeah, Plux in 7th. Ben's still just holding Gadget off at the moment. Gadget on the super softs, and Ben on the slightly worn soft tyres. See, Plux has pulled a little bit of a gap already. Super softs there. I think I've just done enough to just pull a little bit of a gap to Muller. Safe for the moment. Kamaru's still in 6th, having a bit of a lonely race so far. Be a good result 6th, but yeah, does find himself in quite a bit of clean air. Plux down in 7th. Ben in 8th, Gadget just going around the outside of the balcony trying to have a look. So best bet probably in the turn 1. We'll see. So he's running a little bit wide there, but just needs to stick close through these last couple of corners. See if we can get a good run. Good exit out of turn 9. Tremendously difficult corner to navigate this last turn, but yeah, Ben has a great exit as well, and I think it's just down to the hybrid systems and the gearing a little bit. just having enough to defend his position again in 8th place. Join myself in 3rd, going really wide out of turn 9. So Muller's going to close the gap again. As he's setting his personal best as well, 1:01.5 from Muller last time around. So go wide again out of turn 1 and get a little bit of air. As Muller up into 3rd place, easy place made up there for Muller as I'm getting out of shape and sideways all over the place. A little bit of pressure. And yeah, might start dropping back into knee jogger. So 1:02.2 last time around for myself, 1:03 from knee jogger. So this is 6th place, getting blue flags already. So yeah, Smith absolutely on it, already lapping 6th place. Absolutely disappearing down the road today. And there we have it, we missed that lap at 59.2 from Smith. 59.2. No one that is competing with that pace today. A little bit down to the Audi, but yeah, he's on another level of pace this season. He's at knee jogger pitting early from 5th place. We'll see how that pans out. Muller in 3rd, myself in 4th, drop really far back now after those 2 mistakes. And knee jogger's had a massive incident coming out of turn 2. He's just pitted, really didn't need that, need to come out of fresh rubber and start putting some good laps in, but he's had a massive spin, lost at least 3 or 4 seconds there. So that might alleviate a bit of pressure from myself in 4th. So if he's probably looking to get a bit of an undercut done, that's really going to hamper his progress. Just coming up to the half an hour mark now. Pluck's in 7th, Ben still in 8th as he pulled he's pulled a bit of a gap to Gadget, but both these guys are pitted now. It's both coming out on the racing softs. Does in 10th. And, Smith just breaking the minute mark for fun now. Senna in 2nd, Muller in 3rd, myself in 4th, knee jogger 5th, Kamaru 6th, Pluck's in 7th. So it looks like Pluck's has closed that gap to Kamaru a little bit. So we'll see if second half of the race might be a little less lonely for Kim. Pluck's can keep his pace up. So 1:01s from Pluck's the last 5 laps, very consistent. He's gained 1 or 2 seconds per lap for the last 4 or 5 laps there. So Kamaru's going to start noticing that delta. So just noticing the tyre wear on Kamaru there. It's probably why he's losing a second or 2 a lap. He dives into the pits. So yeah, long stint there from Kamaru. Got a lot of fuel to take on. Plucks up to 6 now as Kamaru takes on fuel. Ben too far back to worry him. Kamaru rejoining the race in 7th. And that is Plucks off the track. Just missed that. Let's have a little look back. Oh yeah, literally just as Kimmy pitted, it's coming out of turn 1. Just gets a little. Yeah, massive moment there. I don't think there's anything to hit out there, so you ain't going to get any damage. Just got to take a while stuck in the sand getting back again. And that is Kamaru back up in the 6th place. So yeah, great result from Kim there. Great result for Kim there. Shame for Plucks. He's due a pit stop soon as well. This Might push Ben on now as well. Obviously he's going to see that delta drop about 4 or 5 seconds, even though the guy in front's made a mistake. And yeah, we'll see where Plux feeds back in after his next pit stop. Good pace from Ben there, just doing enough to keep Gadget just over a second behind. Yeah, solid drive from Muller. It's coming to the half an hour mark now. Diving into the pits from third, taking a fair bit of fuel. See how far knee jogger is. He's just come around turns 8 and 9 now. So Muller comfortably back in 4th place. So a mistake from knee jogger on his outlaps really cost him. Kamara in 6th now after Plux's mistake. So Plux in 7th. Ben in 8th. Gadget in 9th and Des in 10th. Got Senna pitting from 2nd. Miles ahead of myself in 3rd place. Got taken a lot of fuel. Yeah, so fair size gap. So it's a shame about the first lap incident. Muller would have been right up with these guys. You see Senna's comfortably in the 101s. Smith under a minute and well of his own, but yes, Senna in comfortably in the 101s. Every now and then got myself dipping into it, but yeah, Muller another driver constantly in, was constantly in the 1 minute ones. So pitting on the 30-minute mark now. He's on fresh rubber. Probably look to do another 15-minute stint, I think. He carries good pace with he's carried good pace with worn tyres. Just getting a bit confused there. Muller getting blue flags now for Smith. I think Smith's on a charge to lap the entire field today. 101.2 from Muller, yeah, so good pace now. He's on fresh rubber. 102.5, starting to pick the pace up a little bit as well. 101.6 last time around from Kamaru, so another guy's starting to find a bit of pace towards the end of the race. Another 101 from Kamaru, so yeah, definitely found a bit of pace at this stage of the race. Plux is crossing the line now. 102.6 is dropping back from Kamaru. Ben in 8th. Still maintaining that gap over Gadget in 9th. He's got blue flags and Senna coming up behind him. Does in 10th. You've got myself pitting from 3rd now, so we'll see. I think Muller will comfortably take 3rd place back. Got Smith in the pits as well. So yeah, Muller back up into 3rd. We'll see where knee jogger is. That's Smith in the pits now, so knee jogger just coming, just getting ahead of Smith. Smith comes out of the pits, myself in 4th. A few seconds ahead of knee jogger at the moment. Around about the halfway point of this race. He's got Plux pitting from 7th as well, so we'll see where he feeds back in regards to Ben. There's Ben coming down the main straight now. So Plux just leaving the pits, so he gets ahead of keeps ahead of Gadget. Ben having a good drive there. Got himself back up into 7th place. Plucks down to 8th, Gadget 9th, Daz in 10th. So just rejoining the race now on the 40-minute mark. So we see Smith just coming around the final bend. Just about to overlap, just about to lap Muller in 3rd place. Yeah, we've got Smith in 1st, Senna in 2nd, Muller in 3rd, myself in 4th, Knee Jobber in 5th, diving into the pits, Knee from 5th there on the 40-minute mark, so he's got a long stint, he's got a 20-minute stint at the end of this, so he had to pit for fuel anyway. He's back out of the pits in a comfortable 5th place. He's got Kamara in 6th, just lapped Daz. Ben in 7th. Plux has closed that gap to Ben now. So these two guys can tell by the tyre where they're on staggered strategies. He's got Senna pitting from 2nd as well, and comfortably can't rejoin the race in 2nd. But I say these two guys on staggered pit stops. I think Plux is in a slightly better position so far. He's got more fuel and better tyre wear at the moment, and you want to really be leaving yourself don't really want to be leaving yourself much more than 15 minutes. You want a short quick stint at the end. You don't really want to be hanging on to tyres and trying to defend your position. Well, personally speaking anyway, I'd sooner have fresher rubber and able to fight. But yeah, so Ben under pressure from Plux in 8th. And that's Kamaru off the track ahead. Oh, that's a shame. Kamaru's running really well. That's Ben up into 6th. And I'd imagine Plux as well. He's got a run on him as he has a look into turn 1. Kamaru holds on to the outside. Good defensive driving there. He's going to have the inside of turn 2. So we'll have a little look back at that in a sec. But yeah, no, Plux gets the job done around the outside of turn 2. So Kamaru had a massive incident somewhere. He's picked up rear damage as well. So yeah, just rejoining Kamaru coming up to turns 8 and 9. The sweeper, I think it's called. But it's been a pretty incident-free corner so far this race, unfortunately. And he smashes the barrier as well. Yeah, notoriously difficult corner. Kamaru being the first man to get caught out by that today. So dropping from 6 to 8 after that. Say he's a lonely incident-free race pretty much so far, apart from lap 1. He's got on with it. Got his lap times down to the 101s, but yeah, finds himself now dropping down to 8th place. Yeah, Plux up to 7th, Kamara in 8th, Gadget in 9th, Daz in 10th. Smith still in a world of his own in the lead. Pretty sure, no, this is 2nd place Senna up ahead. If he manages to get ahead of Senna, he's lapped the entire field. Incredible pace. Now look at those lap deltas, just phenomenal consistency. He's coming up to needing a pit stop soon, so I think Senna might be good to the end. You've got Kamaru pitting from 8th place for that damage, and that'll promote Gadget up to 8th. But I think Senna might be good to the end. Smith has to pit, so he might well not get lapped. That's Kamaru just rejoining the race there. Yeah, so Kamaru getting that damage fix, rejoining the race just behind Muller, who's just lapping him. So Muller in 3rd, myself in 4th. I think Knee Jogger made the earlier pit stop again, so looking for the undercut. I was a bit of an undercut on myself in 4th. in 5th. Big gap back to Ben in 6th. Still holding Plucks off at the moment. Good drive from Ben so far. He's got Gadget pitting from 8th. Kamara just coming around the last bend now, see if we can reclaim that 8th place back off of Gadget. Gadget just coming out of the pits now, they're going to be really close. I think Gadget's just far enough ahead to hold on to that place, but cuts the track off. Kamara can't find a way past, so good driving there. He's come out in the cold tyres. Kamara was up to speed, threatening to take that 8th place back, but yeah, Gadget doing enough there to retain 8th place. Kamara still in 9th. So yeah, Smith still just a little bit behind Senna. He's got to be coming into the pit stop soon, I think. So that feels that Senna running wide ahead, but yeah, Smith pits from 1st place, having just coming up to the back of lap in 2nd place. Senna should be good to the end of the race now, as long as that fuel holds out. Muller in very comfortable 3rd position. I think he would have been in a very good battle with Senna. And he not got caught up in the incident at the 1st lap, but a very good recovery drive nevertheless to get a podium. Just to show you, 60-minute race. You know, I think he might as well have been last place at the start of lap 1, at the end of lap 1, and he's got himself back up into the podium places. And myself in 4th. Just taking it easy with the 103s now. Trying to see this race out now. Haven't got the pace to trouble Muller in 3rd. I know knee jogger behind. As you see, he's starting to pick the pace up. Always a threat. Muller pitting from 3rd place now. So I think I might be diving into the pit soon, so carry on for another lap. Actually get myself ahead of Muller going into turn 1, so it'll be short-lived because I do have to pit again. Don't need much fuel, if any, but I'm not going to make those tyres last another 15 minutes. So myself briefly up into 3rd place, Muller down to 4th, knee jogger 5th. Ben's still ahead of Plucks in 6th place, doing well. Plucks just can't find a way past. Obviously not the easiest track to overtake on. Is Ben diving into the pits? Obviously needed the fuel anyway, so Ben pitting from 6th place. We'll see how Plucks can do. I don't think he's going to make those tyres last another 13 minutes, so we'll see how the fuel plays out with these two guys. Ben rejoining in 7th place. Gadget just crossing the line in 8th. Still got Kamara in close contention in 9th place as well. Daz down in 10th. So I mean, look, Daz's deltas there. He's found a bit of pace on our last 5-6 laps. So a bit of an instant packed first part of the race, but definitely had a bit of pace there. He's got myself pitting from 3rd place, so that's promoted Muller back up into 3rd, myself into 4th. Down to 4th, sorry. That'll be my last pit of the race. Knee jogger in 5th. Fuel looks quite tight for knee at the moment. Plucks into 6th. We'll see if and when, and he does pit now. So that is Plucks pitting from 6th place. We'll see where he feeds back out. Ben's getting blue flags, but yeah, gets the job done. He's quite comfortably ahead of Plucks there. He took on a lot less fuel, so it might cost him towards the end of the race, but we'll see. Plucks rejoining the race in 8th place. Gadget in 8th. Sorry, Plucks rejoining in 7th. Gadget in 8th. Wire a little bit further down the ninth. So Smith just coming up to the back of Ben now. Ben needs to let Smith pass without losing too much time, because he knows Plux is going to be right on his tail again any minute. So Smith just slips up the inside of turn 8 onto the main straight, 59.2. Another personal best from Smith last time around. Senna in second, those consistent lap times again. Solid low 1 minute ones for the last 6 or 7 laps from Senna. Good result today. Let's say Senna joint 4th in the championship with Nijog at the moment, so yeah, he's going to come away with 2nd place, be a good result. Does have to pit again, but Muller's a lot too far behind to trouble him at this stage of the race now. I think 10 minutes left to go. Muller in 3rd, myself in 4th. 101.2, so I've picked up the pace a little bit. Oh yeah, because I've pitted, I've come out on the super softs again. So Nijog are not that far behind. But yeah, it looks like he will have to pit for fuel. Ben in 6th, still holding off Plux in 7th. Gadget in 8th, tomorrow night, Daz in 7th. Just catching Daz having a moment. So yeah, 101 again, followed by a 110, followed by a spin. This track is a nightmare. It's it was always going to be difficult in the Group 1, so yeah, just having an incident-free race was always going to be the main factor of having a good result today. To be fair, it's not been that, apart from lap 1, just all bunched up into turn 3. Yeah, other than that, it's been pretty clean, it's pretty good racing. Expecting a lot more offs and crashes, to be honest, especially around this turns 8 and 9. But consistent driving across the field today. Just sit with the leader for a few seconds, just coming through the balcony. Steady 59-second laps now from Smith. The R18, I think, the diesel one. Absolutely supreme at this track. So Smith in 1st place, end of lap 51. Less than 10 minutes to go now. Senna in clean air front and back. Let's just have a look at the live timings actually. Well, what do we get? We have Muller 10 seconds behind Senna in 2nd. Myself 9 seconds behind Muller. 16 seconds. Nijog 15 seconds behind myself. So yeah, a fair bit of field spread. Plux and Ben the closest men on the track at the moment. So watching Ben past 2 laps, just doing enough to keep Plux at bay. Let's have a little run, quick look at the best lap times there as well. There you go, 1.7 seconds quicker than anyone else today. That's crazy. Senna, only man dipping in 1 minute. 101.1 for myself, so I've got a bit of pace there, but just nowhere near consistently enough. 101 flat from Daz in 10th place. Oh yeah, good pace from Daz, but again, like myself, just not consistent enough with it. lap 55, minute 55. Smith in first place, just going a little bit wide there, coming out the balcony. Smith in first, second. Oh my gosh. Smith in first, Senna in second. Muller in third, myself in fourth, Nijogger in fifth, Ben in sixth, Flux in seventh, Gadget in eighth, Kamara in ninth. Looks like Kamara's dropped a little bit further back from Gadget there as well, so it's just coming for an extra pit stop towards the end. And Daz in 10th, and is that Smith off the track with damage? That's got to be worth a look back. I was jumping on board with Smith through turns 8 and 9. I was just talking about it earlier. I'm really surprised I hadn't claimed a few more victims, and they claimed Smith of all people. I think Smith there just looking for a bit too much pace around the last few corners. Due a pit stop for fuel anyway, so I was going to say lose a bit more time with the damage repairs, but I don't think that's going to cost him today. Yeah, obviously Smith's done more than enough to get the job done today. 20-point lead at the top of the table. Flux is closest championship contender, and they're getting third. Both of these guys finishing. So things finish as they are at the moment. There's only 2 minutes left, but yeah, I think this may well cement the championship from Smith. But yeah, deserved champion as well, on another planet this season. Exactly the sort of people you want to be racing with week in, week out. People don't raise the bar, you don't really get any better. Smith in first, 2 laps left for the leader now. Senna in second, had a very good race today, incident free. It gets a bit wobbly, but yeah, Senna's good result for Senna, so this probably will cement his 4th place in the championship. He's got Muller in third, good points for Muller. Yeah, where did Muller start? Just having a look at my notes. Muller actually started third, so started third, finished third. So he should make up for the earlier disconnection he had in the season. And I think he's running, and probably I think he was looking for a race win that race. He had a lot of pace, but yeah, so this will be good points on the board for Muller. Myself in fourth. If I can hold on to fourth, be a very good result. I think it's been my best result of the season so far. Yeah, be very happy with that. Having an incident-free race around Big Willow, it's definitely an achievement for myself. Nijogger in fifth. Where did Knee start? Knee started back in 10th place, so he made up 5 places overall during the race. Did have a sniff for 4th and maybe 3rd at one point. I think after that mistake on his out lap, just set him back a little bit. Never really recovered or done enough to get back on my tail. So myself finishing in 4th, Nijogger finishing 5th, and it looks like Ben's done more than enough to hold Plux off for the remainder of the race to take 6th place. So it's a good result from Ben, starting 12th place as well. So I think that'll be his best result of the season as well, 6th place. Unfortunate for Plux, I think this could be him out of championship contention, finishing the 7th. Had quite an instant packed race from lap 1. So Gadget finished crossing the line in 8th. Tomorrow night I've Daz in 10th, and yeah, officially Smith in 1st, Senna in 2nd, and Muller 3rd. That was the Drivers' Endurance Championship round 7. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.